Webb Tract has been farmed for decades in the Sacramento Delta region. As they plant row crops, the soil, the rich peat soil, it oxidizes over time. And over the decades, we've lost elevation, and that causes subsidence on the Delta Islands. We were awarded a $20.9 million grant from the Sacramento San Joaquin Delta Conservancy to build 2 separate projects on Webb Tract. For the rice project, our objective is to create sustainable agriculture on the island, something that is profitable and will help to maintain the island, but will also make it so that we don't erode the soils any farther. So it will wet the soils and allow us to be able to create a sustainable product that we can sell on the market. The second is to build up to 3,500 acres of wetland on the island. The wetland will hopefully, with the biomass that's created through the cattails and for the tules that are going to grow, they'll eventually lay down over time and will help us to not just stop subsidence, but reverse it, which is how the Delta Islands were formed in the first place. In addition, we're hoping to create habitat which will support some of the migratory birds in the Delta region, some recreational benefits associated with the islands, some educational benefits, and partnering with ecocultural experts in the region to help bring some tribal knowledge to management and maintenance of the islands. The grant was funded under a program called the Nature-Based Solutions Program.
The overall goals of the Nature-Based Solutions Program is really to target the 150,000 acres in the Delta that continues to subside all the time, creating huge carbon emissions and threatening the state's water supply. We hope to accomplish just a great demonstration project that anyone in the Delta can see, a 5,000-acre island that's been put into a mosaic of managed wetland and rice, stops subsidence, stops carbon emissions, but also has enough ag revenue and enough revenue from the carbon market to maintain the levees and keep the island viable into the future.
It's very expensive to keep those levees up, which protect the island. By doing a sustainable agricultural product like rice on the islands, we're hoping to be able to generate enough revenue that will help to pay for the maintenance costs on the island and the upkeep of the levees. So some of the research opportunities that we have are to study how we can manage the water across the islands to maximize phytoplankton and zooplankton production, which could be used as fish food that can then be exported off the island to help the local ecosystems. Conditions in the Delta and in California in general have created water supply issues. So if we can study how we can reuse water, how we can manage the water and recirculate it, we can reduce water flow across the island as well. I'd really like to thank the Sacramento San Joaquin Delta Conservancy for providing us this grant opportunity, which will develop these 2 very important projects for the Delta region. We're really excited about our opportunities to be able to partner with Delta interests, to be able to generate a project that will bring so much new information to the Delta, and that will be able to transfer some of this knowledge to local landowners as well.
I'd like to add appreciation for Metropolitan Water District being really in the forefront of this, willing to take the risks to look at how we manage Delta Islands into the future so that we can maintain them into the future. It's that kind of partnership that's really critical.
If we can show that that we can generate revenue enough for us to be able to make this revenue positive, we'll be able to show local landowners that this is possible on their islands as well.